edition of the program, Issues and News, coming to you live from our Abuja studios. Of course, one of your topical news review program in the capital city of Nigeria, Abuja, where at the end of the day, you get the right ample opportunity to call in and talk to us about stories that resonate with you, making sure to be as civil as possible. As usual, we'll be reviewing Daily Trust, Leadership, Guardian, The Nation, and our very own Voice of Liberty. And going straight into the business of the day, starting with the major stories making the rounds on the Voice of Liberty this morning. Bribery allegations. National Chairman Ganduje suspended. Kano APC voids suspension, sacks ward leaders. Bribery allegations. National Chairman Ganduje suspended. Kano APC voids suspension, sacks ward leaders. And the All Progressives Congress APC ward in Ganduje, the Waikintoba local government area, has suspended the party's national chairman, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, for alleged corruption. And Kwara governor flags of $500 million agriculture project. Kwara governor flags of $500 million agriculture project. And minimum wage increase tops labor's wish list for 1st May Workers' Day. Minimum wage increase tops labor's wish list for 1st May Workers' Day. And stand with Tinubu or exit, Matawale tells Northern appointees. Stand with Tinubu or exit, Matawale tells Northern appointees. And prices of millet, potatoes, gari, meat, others push food inflation to 40%. NBS. Prices of millet, potatoes, gari, meat, others push food inflation to 40%. And NPAMD encoded romance with IOC's breaking Nigeria maritime laws. NPAMD encoded romance with IOC's breaking Nigerian maritime laws. And TCN announces full restoration of national grid. TCN announces full restoration of national grid. And federal government now paying more for fuel subsidy, but many Nigerians unaware, says RFI. Federal government now paying more for fuel subsidy, but many Nigerians unaware, says RFI. And to get the details of all of the stories, kindly visit our website www.voiceoflibertyng.com. And away from the Voice of Liberty this morning, we'll move to Daily Trust newspaper, and the major stories there this morning includes 3 illegal tax collectors nabbed for beating drivers convene palliatives in Benue. 3 illegal tax collectors nabbed for beating drivers convene palliatives in Benue. The details of the story reads: men of the Benue State Internal Revenue Service (BIRS) have arrested 3 illegal tax collectors for beating 2 drivers who were conveying palliatives from Adamawa State to Anambra State en route Aliade in Gwe East local government area of the state. The acting chairman of BIRS, Emmanuel Agema, on Monday told members of the correspondent chapel of the Nigerian Union of Journalists (NUJ) in Benue State that the incident occurred a few days ago. 3 illegal tax collectors nabbed for beating drivers conveying palliatives in Benue. And IG to commission new police command in Ogun today. IG to commission new police command in Ogun today. Brief details reads: the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kaide Ebetokun, will today embark on a 3-day working visit to Ogun State. Ebetokun, during the visit, will commission the Ready The newly built Ogun State Police Command Headquarters, the Technical Intelligence Unit, as well as the Complaint Unit, all within the premises of the command. Again, IG to commission new police command in Ogun today. Still on Daily Trust newspaper, kidnapping Wike releases 100 bikes to hard-to-reach areas. Kidnapping Wike releases 100 bikes to hard-to-reach areas. The details read the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike has handed over 100 motorcycles to security outfit in the territory. Wike said the gesture was to further tighten the security situation or the kidnapping and other forms of criminal element or crime in the nation's capital, especially the hard-to-reach area. Again, kidnapping Wike releases 100 bikes to hard-to-reach area to curb the menace of kidnapping and other crimes. Police refute killing of 14 people, abduction of 15 others in Delta. Police refute killing of 14 people, abduction of 15 others in Delta. The details read: the Delta State Police Command has refuted the alleged killing of 14 persons and the abduction of 15 others in Owa Oilu in the Eka North local government area of the state. The spokesperson of the command, Bright Adafi, who discussed this to newsmen or disclosed this to newsmen, said that the viral video of the killing of the 14 persons and abduction of 15 was made by one Mr. Benjamin Samuel, commander of the Owa Ehi Vigilante Group. Again, police refused killing of 14 people, abduction of 15 others in Delta State. Lastly, on Daily Trust newspaper this morning, National Assembly caucus insists on Akome as APC leader in Benue. National Assembly caucus insists on Akome as APC leader in Benue. The details reads: the Benue State All Progressives Congress APC National Assembly caucus yesterday insisted that the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF Senator George Akome, remains the leader of the party in the state. Again, National Assembly caucus insists on Akome as APC leader in Benue. That sums it up on Daily Trust newspaper. Now let's move on to The Guardian. On The Guardian, BCDC orders soldiers to leave Bokos local government area as they told Rockstarty, chairman of Bokos Cultural Development Council BCDC Vanguard, Farmasam Fodang, has given soldiers 48 hours to withdraw from Bokos Local Council Plateau State as their presence cannot guarantee safety any longer. Fodang stated this yesterday as he lamented that about 30 Bokos indigene were confirmed dead from the attacks. According to him, the soldiers' alleged involvement in the attack amount to a declaration of war against the peace-loving people of Bokos. Again, BCDC orders soldiers to leave Bokos Local Council as the tolls hit 30. And Kaduna APC suspends chieftain for insulting governor back in RFI. Kaduna APC suspends chieftain for insulting governor back in RFI. And All Progressives Congress APC Kaduna State Chapter has suspended Lawal Buba, an associate of former Governor Nasser El-Rufai, for disrespecting Governor Obasani. The indefinite suspension was handed down to Buba by the chairman of APC Tudunwada South Ward 7, Nura Duko, who also barred him from accessing the party's premises, structure, and resources in the state. Again, Kaduna APC suspends chieftain for insulting governor and backing El-Rufai, the former governor of the state. And 1.9 million to sit for 2024 UTME from Friday. 1.9 million to sit for 2024 UTME from Friday. And the details of the story reads: Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, JAM, has concluded plans for the conduct of the 2024 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination UTME, scheduled to hold between Friday, April 19 and April 29 over 700 CBT centers nationwide. The Guardian reports that 1,985,642 candidates will sit for this year's exam. A statement yesterday by JAM spokesperson Dr. Fabian Benjamin enjoined candidates to adhere to the etiquette and guidelines for the examination as stipulated in their notification slips. Again, 1.9 million to sit for 2024 UTME from Friday. And Ward suspends Ganduje over alleged graft. State chapter kicks. Ward suspend Ganduje over alleged graft. State chapter kicks. We've got these two riders that says APC chairman distances self, labels, announces impersonators, and development good for party democracy, says ex-COS Don. And national chairman of the All Progressives Congress APC, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, has been suspended over alleged corrupt practices. His suspension by kinsmen came a few weeks after the former governor was slammed with an 8-count charge bordering on corruption and misappropriation of public funds. Again, Ward suspends Ganduje over alleged graft. State chapter kicks. Still on The Guardian, NDLEA naps 50,901 suspect, secured 9,034 convictions in 3 years. Marwa. NDLEA naps 50,901 suspects, secures 9,034 convictions in 3 years. Marwa says, and there are these riders that includes commission operational facility built by UK government, and UK Deputy High Commissioner pledges more support against illicit drugs. Agency's performance. In the last 3 years, the chairman, chief executive officer of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, Brigadier General Muhammad Buba Marwa, retired yesterday, said about 50,901 drug offenders, including 46 barons, were arrested within the period. He also said the agency successfully prosecuted and convicted 9,034 suspects and seized over 7,561 tons of illicit substances in the past 38 months. NDLEA naps 50,901 suspects, secures 9,034 convictions in 3 years, Marwa says. And lastly, on The Guardian, surges arrest suspects thwart terrorist activities in Taraba State. Soldiers arrest suspects thwart terrorist activities in Taraba, Benue. Troops of the National Army stationed in Taraba and Benue states have dealt significant blows to terrorist activities by arresting a gun runner, killing a terrorist, and preventing kidnapping attempt. Disclosing this yesterday in the Army X-Twitter, the troops, according to Force, worked closely with local vigilantes to achieve this feat. It also stated that the troops acted swiftly on actionable intelligence to apprehend the gun runner, Manir Mohammed, at the Jalingo Motor Park. According to the tweet, Mohammed was allegedly involved in gun running activities with terrorists. Again, soldiers arrest suspect thwart terrorist activities in Taraba and Benue. That sums it up on The Guardian as well. Now let's move on to Leadership newspaper, a couple of stories there. 1,680 Nigerian school children abducted, 180 killed in 10 years, UNICEF. United Nations Children Fund, UNICEF, has disclosed that a total of 1,680 children have been abducted, while 180 of them were killed in Nigeria since the abduction of Chibok school girls in 2014. In a new report by UNICEF, it shows that just 37% of schools across 10 states have early warning systems in place to identify threats such as school attacks. Again, 1,680 Nigerian school children abducted, 180 killed in 10 years, credited to UNICEF. Still on leadership, NANS kicks against Ibadan Varsity fees increase. The National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, has rejected the recent decision by the University of Ibadan in Oyo State to increase tuition fees for new intake students to 412,000 per session. The Public Relations Officer of NANS, Gundu Mimido Joy, in a press statement yesterday said the unjustifiable increment poses a significant threat to affordability and accessibility to education in the country, bearing in mind that education is a right and not a privilege. NANS kicks against Ibadan Varsity fees increase, I beg your pardon. And water scarcity, Governor Muhammad apologizes to Bauchi resident. Water scarcity, Governor Muhammad apologizes to Bauchi resident. Following a prolonged shortage of potable water supply, the governor of Bauchi State, Bala Muhammad, has apologized to residents of Bauchi metropolis and environs over the shortage being experienced. Leadership guarded that the scarcity followed the collapse of the power supply installation at Gobi Dam water treatment plant. However, the water supply has been restored to the residents after the faulty installation were fixed a couple of days ago. Again, water scarcity, Governor Muhammad apologizes to Bauchi residents. And Israel weighs options to retaliate after Iran attack. Israel weighs options to retaliate after Iran attack. Israel War Cabinet has reviewed military plans for potential response against Iran. An official has said the cabinet remains determined to act, but it's not clear if a decision has been made. Israel has vowed to exact a price after the unprecedented large-scale drone and missile attacks. Again, Israel weighs options to retaliate after Iran attack. And defend Tinubu or quit office, Matawalli tells Northern appointees. Defend Tinubu or quit office, Matawalli tells Northern appointees. Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawalli, has called on Dr. Hakim Baba Ahmed and other appointees of Northern extraction to defend President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his government or quit being part of it. He stated this yesterday while reacting to a statement by the Special Advisor on Political Matters to the Presidency, Dr. Baba Ahmed, on his official Facebook page following Matawalli's response to Northern Elders Forum statement regretting their support for the Tinubu presidency. Defend Tinubu or quit office, Matawalli tells Northern appointees. That sums it up on leadership as well. Now to the nation. The last paper we'll be reviewing this morning. Clark calls for a special task force to rescue abducted Chibok schoolgirls. Clark calls for a special task force to rescue abducted Chibok schoolgirls. And the details read, Ijaw Nation Chief, Ijaw leader, I beg your pardon, Chief Edwin Clark, yesterday has called the president to constitute a special force for the rescue mission of the remaining Chibok schoolgirls and the captivity of the terrorists. Again, Clark calls for a special task force to rescue abducted Chibok schoolgirls. And Kogi Paul, INEC tenders document against SDP Ajaka's petition at tribunal. Kogi Paul, INEC tenders document against SDP Ajaka's petition at tribunal. You can get yourself a copy of the Nation newspaper to read through the story line by line. Kidnapping, Wike donates motorcycles to DSS, police, others. And Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT Nyesom Wike, has donated over 60 motorcycles to the Department of State Services, DSS, and Vigilante Group of Nigeria, VGN. Wike also gave 30 motorcycles to the police and 5 each to the National Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC. The minister at the handover yesterday warned that the motorcycles must not be used in townships but in hard-to-reach parts of the territory to fight insecurity. Kidnapping, Wike donates motorcycles to DSS, police, and others. And Kwara police arrest 46 for alleged cultism. Kwara police arrest 46 for alleged cultism. Get yourself a copy of the Nation newspaper for the full story. And Sylvester Oromoni died of natural causes, says Corona. Sylvester Oromoni died of natural cause, says Corona. And Lagos Corona school request, I beg your pardon, Lagos Corona request into the death of Sylvester Oromoni Jr., a 12-year-old pupil of the Dowen College, like he has said he died of natural causes. According to the Corona magistrate, the death was avoidable but occurred due to parental negligence. You can get yourself a copy of the Nation newspaper to read through the story. Sylvester Oromoni died of natural cause, says Corona. And that sums it up with all of the stories we've got for you this morning. With this, we'll go on a short break. When we return, you get the random opportunity for you to call in and speak to us about stories that resonate with you, making sure to be as civil as possible. Remember, we do not cast aspersions and not talking about people in the news, rather issues in news, and let's respect time to give more people a chance to call in. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
As a caller on Liberty, your views and opinions are valued and appreciated. So to keep discussions smooth flowing, remember to keep your comments civil. Do not insult any personality. Do not cast aspersions on anyone or any institution. And above all, remember, your thoughts are valuable, so do not destroy them with unnecessary bad language. Thank you.
Back. If you're just joining us, it's still Issues and News coming to you live from our Abuja studios. Of course, now is that time of the day where you can call in and speak to us about stories that resonate with you, making sure to be as civil as possible. Again, remember, we're doing our cast passions and not talking about issues and people in news. I beg your pardon, rather issues in news. And the phone lines will be open now. The numbers to call are 08030956375. Again, 08030956375 and 070-6752-5775. And the major stories this morning that made the rounds, especially on the Voice of Liberty, includes bribery allegation, National Chairman Ganduje suspended. Kano APC voids suspension, sacks ward leaders. And Kwara Governor flags off $500 million agriculture project. Stand with Tinubu or exit Matawalli, tells northern appointees. And MPA MD encoded romance with IOCs, breaking Nigerian maritime laws. And the phone numbers again are 080-3095-6375. Let's take this first caller. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Say again. All right, go ahead. Okay.
I don't know why this country promotes corruption. The issue in Kano is a very serious issue. The national chairman of the foreign people who is being alleged that is corrupt, should step down. There is nothing big in that. You should step down because remember those clips that been fired when he was the governor. There are proofs and there are evidence of all those perspectives. So if the leader is corrupt, then it's not how will we follow up their lead? Why should we be given a national chairman? I think it's high time we should start dealing with these corrupt politicians accordingly. The people that did work, they like it. There's no politics, they tell the truth. That's how it's supposed to be. It's why I'm Nigerian keeping quiet about it. A corrupt leader like that, why is the manipulated? Why are they should leave the manipulated? Because another thing is the issue in Bokos. The issue in Bokos is that if care is not taken, that issue is going to escalate. President Tinubu is addressing the issue in Bokos. If not, the army and the people of that local government are going to have problems. And it's going to be like the one that just happened in Delta State. Because those people are not protected. With the presence of army here, every day people will be killed, and nobody is talking about the army are doing nothing. The thing is that the indigenous people of Bokos are tired. They are not even feeling the presence of the security. And if care is not taken, those people will not gang up against the military, and it's going to be a problem. So before it becomes a serious problem, the president has to intervene immediately.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Hussein from Jos. We wouldn't say that the military is not doing anything. Apparently, they need to double their effort. So we shouldn't allege that they're not doing nothing. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and where you're calling us from?
For this opportunity, nothing more away.
All right, go ahead. What story? And please be more audible. We can barely hear you. Yeah.
Concerning former Governor Nasir Rufai and present Governor Obasani, the exchange of words between them, this is something that caught attention for every at least Kaduna State citizen and Nigerian people at large. Well, my position on this is that as far as Nasir Rufai has done a lot of things in Kaduna in terms of infrastructure, welfareism, paying 30,000 minimum wage to his workers, giving them all the requirements that they need, and in terms of health sector, agri sector, so every sector, he's having an excellent result to his state. So I don't think there is any big deal about it. It's just that a matter of politics between Nasir Rufai and Obasani or something of that nature. So the people of Kaduna State should not worry. Should just keep an eye on them. Maybe should pray for them to settle this conflict between them. But Kaduna is still upgraded. That's on that. Then my former governor, Matawalli, that's the present Minister of Defense for State. that is saying that any appointee that cannot support Tinubu should resign. Well, it's a welcome development because it's politics. Tinubu appoints them because they struggle together and win together. So they have to support him, whether good or bad, based on their own capacity. But there are some governors of APC that failed woefully for the something that Tinubu gave them to give their people. For instance, palliative money, that's 5 billion naira, to go and share it among the workers of their state, but they refuse. Even them, they have to follow this advice of Matawali. They have to resign immediately, with immediate effect. And more further, there are still some governors of PDP that refuse to do it. So, all these kind of things, our Nigeria should be patriotic, especially our leaders. They should love us exactly the way they love their biological children and wives. So this advice of Matawali does not only go to the APC members, should also work on PDP members. So that's my own opinion and idea for today. I still remain Nasir Rawaya from Gusau Zamfara State.
All right, thank you, Malam Nasir Rawaya from Gusau Zamfara State. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from?
My name is Juma. It's the of the Kingdom.
Okay.
And I greet you that what our area approach is the territory of the Muslim Kingdom.
Okay.
May Allah give our area 309 and we get a moving forward. God bless you people that bring all these headline newspapers that we are understand what Nigeria has. My first take, issue of those people that supply drugs, if they arrest them, when our country changed law for those people, anyone that they arrest, when they clean, so that no other can deal with what they are doing. If they do that, you should drop, you be stopped. If you look at Saudi, any man that carries drugs to Saudi, in name is Andrew. If Nigeria do that, all this kind of thing will be solved. You talk about, of course, those people that are not going to election in Saudi, when they join hands with the present governor that I say is the one that wins, so that they will move to default and the governor can work for their state. Because if you look at Kogi State, when they create it, Kogi is poor. Any governor that can, they are just use the money anyhow. So if they give the governor that want to work for the state now, you see, the state will be moved. We are afraid. The Allah, that one leader that we are elect. And lastly, my sister, I use this opportunity to call Kogi speaker. A car attacked my brother. Since when my brother dead, now those people are not doing anything, and all the promise they don't feel. Let them fear God. Let them fear God. Thank you, my sister.
Thank you, Mr. Andrew Matari from Nupe Kingdom this morning. Again, the numbers to call are 080 309 56375 and 070 6752 5775. And the major stories that went on again includes bribery allegations, National Chairman Gandhi suspended, Kano APC voids suspension, sacks ward leaders. If you just join us, it's still issues in the news. Good morning. Oh, we lost that caller there. And again, stand with Tinubu or exit, Matawali tells Northern appointees. Good morning.
Good morning, my sister.
Good morning, Elder. All right, go ahead, Elder. Thank you. Amen.
I give you the opportunity to speak to Nigeria.
Right.
My sister, you know I'm not a politician. I don't want to involve myself talking politics. In the problem of the Plateau State, we have advised the government to wait out, but they can't listen to us. If the government of Nigeria will have opportunity to have political advice, we will have walked up and down both outside Nigeria to tell them what to do and then engineers. They can't get right to it. The problem to solve problem of Plateau State is very easy thing. Then the security advisor, all the chamber and caliber in Plateau State, the other three tracks there, outside, an evidence of Plateau State, all the chamber and caliber. So Villa here, they'll make this a call and then they'll sign undertaking. And then they call the governor of Plateau State. These outside people to build the 100 youth, 100 youth, indigent of Plateau State, 100 youth. Carry them, go to police, communal police to train them, for village guards. If you train these people, and then you give them, they go where they call a form, go action, they can handle that one. If you need them, post there as the post police. To all the village, all the crime in Plateau State will stop. Outside is there, plan is there, the indigent is there. And then you are caught, the retired commissioner of police or retired colonel from army or retired anybody from navy to be in charge of this village guard. We do it in Cambodia and then in Saudi. Go it. When the special force from Nigeria were establishing this in Cambodia and then it worked. That problem is going to stop. We can't continue at this, continue talking to government, nobody listening to us. And the amount of listening people here. If somebody has declared, we support us amount of special force. I think government has to listen to it now. Because we tell them there's no gateway out in Nigeria here. So let's form a special force. Guerrilla war. We form a guerrilla war here to attack them. That's what they call a special force. We form them. If they name anything, if they give us anything, Iran they call it a revolution that America has name for them. All this will have name for them.
All right.
Give them the name. And then they will go to Bush and tackle all these type of things. And then politics in Kano. We have one Ganduje, when Ganduje was tempered with the enemy of Kano. We tell him, that's the step up is from Sokoto, Tokobi, Sole one. And then if he duplicates it, the problem is coming to happen in Kano. The enemy of Kano before, he behaved during the military rule. The military reported him, and then the letter he saw him, they not divide Kano. As far as Ganduje divides the enemy of Kano, the problem in Kano can never finish, unless if they return them.
All right.
The policy in Kano, not the way it's not the Kano origin. They are the people in the power, continue fabricating trouble in Kano.
All right.
Kano. When was in Kano, there's no problem.
Thank you, Elder.
There's no problem. But if it was there, there's no problem. When did they do that?
All right.
For Kano. They come begin to say, for the Kano administration, for the Kano.
Thank you, Elder.
Thank you very much. God bless Nigeria.
Amen. Thank you, Elder, for calling in on the show. Please respect time and give more people a chance to call in. Good morning.
Good morning, my sister.
Good morning.
How was your night?
Very well, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chief Oguni on the line.
All right, go on, Chief Ogunife.
I said that it's not going to be a godfather. I want to ask you with the governor of Kano, the deputy governor. Why are we not hearing from her? The present deputy governor of Kaduna State is former deputy governor of so no smoke without fire. The thing that woman refused out of fear and the doctor as deputy governor, what she cannot get verified, now they are responsibility. So why is he afraid of running mouth for Obama? I always say anything that goes up must surely come down. I listened to Erofai yesterday giving a lecture in Borno State, a state upon all the calamities in Borno State. Sulu see the build for Borno, and you left 8 years in Kaduna. You build a bridge that don't again after the cannot move. If you plant that bridge in Banawa to Kabala West, on top of that bridge, the bridge will be shaking. My sister, I see the type of job we are looking for those governors. And our president went there and commissioned some of your roads. Former president, sorry. You see, no smoke without fire. What Obama said, I I give kudos to him for having that boldness today to voice out. But on the other hand, we are among the people, we are even the trustee of the loan of Kaduna State. But today, I don't have to pay you. I said that a close mouth. All claims must be all right.
All right.
Then let me go to Plateau State, my sister. It's a very big taboo that today Nigerians will be murdering in a cold blood. And the people, the better ones that are eating Nigerians will go free. As the other man said, you see what happened in Delta State? I call it a season film. Now, this one now, does it mean that army, all those generals that went to Delta State for revenge mission or whatever, and then not finished the job in Delta to relocate to Plateau so that they will kill those ones that are killing innocent.
All right, Miss Chief.
The people that they are killing.
All right, Chief, I'll have to let you go there. The generals that went to Delta didn't go on a revenge mission. It was a peace mission. Nigerians, we need to be careful what we say on air because Nigeria is the only country we've got. If we set this country on fire, we're all going to pay for it. Let's mind what we say. It's all allegation and not substantiated. And the army are doing their best, so we should give them the support that they need. Good morning. Good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Good morning. How are you, Amina?
Very well, thank you.
Okay. My name is GB from Life Camp.
All right, go on, GB.
Yes. The forensic, what did they call this report about that boy, Omonomi? It's established that he died natural death due to negligence of the parents and the doctor. And that's a statement of fact. When this thing happened in 2021, I said it that from all the research, the father is complicit, negligence in the death of the boy. And parents should learn from this. When they called the father when they called the father attention that the boy was sick, he sent someone to go and pick the boy from the school. And the person now said, look, this boy is not getting better. The father came from Delta to Lagos to meet them there. He did not take that boy to hospital at that point. He slept overnight. Said that boy could not sleep. He was there throughout the night. He took him from there to Delta State. When he go to Delta State, he don't take him to hospital again. He called a private doctor to be treating the boy at home. And they were treating malaria, treating this and that. It's about the 4th or 5th day. They were going for test of malaria and the rest. Until the thing got out of hand, they now carry him to hospital and he died before he goes to hospital. What kind of negligence is that? That doctor is alleged to be sick. That doctor should be stopped from being a doctor. How can somebody be in pain? Flat from about almost 5 days, they could not carry that boy to hospital. It's not about the money. The father go because if you can put a child in kind of a school like that, it does that the money is not a problem. So to me, the father is completely, the parents are complete, and that doctor is education. It is not operating in Nigeria again. That is negligence.
All right, JB.
Then I want to congratulate the security forces for being able to rescue this student from Zamfara. And other people they are rescued without paying money. Our armies and soldiers, they have been trying, they have been doing a lot. They have rescued a lot of people without paying ransom. The majority of Nigeria don't share it, they don't appreciate it. If you ask them, how can they rescue people without killing them? Show the picture of people you kill. Is it possible to rescue without shooting a gun?
All right.
You should appreciate the people we have. They always claim that somebody came from America to come and rescue their own. They never had American the picture of who they killed before they rescue their own. They're asking our own soldiers and army to show them picture of who they rescue. And to their parents. And the other who are still in captivity should be rescued. Thank you very much.
Thank you, JB. And on the Stephen or Sylvester Oromoni guy from the Dowen College, and this is coming from court, I suppose, but from the indications and videos that made the rounds at the time, there were some other things. So we should just stay put on the.
The soldiers still one civilian inside barracks in which state?
No, I didn't.
Of the soldier.
No, I didn't read any headline like that.
Firing people that were protesting. I think a former speaker of the House of Rep said they will find out that they will do whatever that is possible to bring that and in the last which state that they were even saying is it former Boko Haram or no Boko Haram, though they've reputed it as it's not former Boko Haram member. Then the second one is the one that Tambua said, Lawal from Yobe State. These people that were protesting.
Well, I didn't read any story like that.
My own main comment is on this Israeli strategy. Please, I want to beg you people that this is the media people. There should be no partiality. I heard your sister radio yesterday say something, so I don't want to go into that. But when these Israel people went to Damascus and bombed Syria, Iranian embassy or consulate, I don't know which one they call it, how many media people that came out and reported? Now that the other way around, people will be, please, I want us to be very careful. America, Britain, and the rest of the world power, they're the ones causing this problem. And they are doing it intentionally so that other nation will not develop. Why can't they stop producing ammunition and be producing agricultural aid material that will help people to have food security? But they were producing this weapon and selling it to people. They will cause problems here and there and be selling ammunition to them. And people will just be killing each other.
Right.
Look at what America did, supporting Israel. But when these people are looking for trouble here and there, the America cannot call them to order that say, don't do this, don't do that. So they are also doing the same. Look at what they were doing at Ukraine. You as a goat, you go to lion house and be played. That nothing will happen. That's not what America did with Ukraine. Bringing ammunition, dancing at the house of Russia, saying that, well, they will not strike. So please, if you think that you are the mighty, God will bring one person that you will not even think that is something that will deal with you. Let the world, the international body, close their eyes. When Israel and some states are doing something, they will close their eyes. When the other people don't retaliate, they will be making noise.
All right.
Is that how we are going to get democracy? Is that how we are going to get peace?
Thank
if
you.
They are world police, let them be policing everybody. If they do one thing, let them speak out. If they do something, let them speak out. Not that when Israel is doing something, they will close their eyes. When other nations are doing something,
thank you, Adebayo. Thank you, Adebayo, for that input there. Good morning. Good morning. Just make sure to turn down the volume of the radio. TV said before calling in, be ready to speak to us on the Israel and Iran's fracas. Everyone knows the truth, so we should all stand on the side of posterity. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Say again.
Chief is calling back.
All right.
Yes. You misquote what I said.
What?
You misquote what I said about the killing.
What did you say?
That our chief should wake up, our police should wake up from their slumber.
We can barely hear you. Chief, if you've got the chance to call back, you can also call back before we call it a wrap on the show. Again, Nigeria is the only country we've got, and I don't think the soldiers or the army would deliberately go on killing spree of any individual, except they are hunting for terrorists who are terrorizing people of Nigeria in all regions of this country. So they wouldn't intentionally say they would kill people, civilians, just like that. So we should give them all of our full support, and calling that the same thing that happened in Delta would repeat itself, or it's a season film or something like that, is not a good thing for us as a nation. We should watch what we say. Nigeria is the only country we've got. Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, are you hearing me now?
Yes.
Yes, that's Chief.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. I said they should wake up from their sleep. That our security agencies. They should go to Jos and find out what is exactly happening. You understand? For the past 2 months now, people of Jos from Benue have not been sleeping in their houses. You understand? And that is exactly what I mean. And now peace committee or resolution committee and then it's a good one. But at the end of the day, let's tell us the truth of exactly what happened in Delta. Then let me go to Matawale, my sister. See what is happening in Ganduje and the Matawale and the same set of governors. And suppose if our judiciary is working well, those two sets of people supposed to be behind back. The same way they are persecuting CPN government. Those governors supposed to be behind back because we had and we some of the evidence are there. Look at how many vehicles they cover. The sitting governor today they cover from Matawale, a former governor, and they didn't arrest him. Rather they gave him military appointment.
All right.
That is the political settlement we are having in Nigeria.
All right.
They want people to pay for, which is not good.
All right. Thank you.
I love what FPC people is kind of.
Thank you, and Chief. I'm afraid we'll have to let you go due to time. Quickly, let's take this last caller before we call it a wrap. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Quickly, your name and where you're from. All right, go ahead. What story?
I just want to contribute on the issue of the issue of Matawale and the northern yes.
All right.
That they should implement.
All right.
What this thing is paying us because we know that
The network is playing a fast one there. I'm afraid on this note we'll have to call it a wrap on the show. Many thanks for joining us on the radio and the TV platform. Remember, Nigeria is the only country we've got, and if we set it on fire, we've got nowhere to go. I don't think the whole of 53 other African countries can contain over 200 million Nigerians if we set the country on fire. And nowhere in Europe, you know what they say about racism and other things. So we need to be careful what we say to not cause more fire or creates more chaos in the country. Again, Nigeria is the only country we've got. Quickly before we call it a wrap, major stories again: bribery allegations, national chairman Ganduje suspended, Kano ABC void suspension, sacks ward leaders, and stand with Tinubu exit Matawale tells northern appointees. And prices of millet, potatoes, curry, meats, others push food inflation to 40%, credited to the National Bureau of Statistics. And minimum wage increase tops Labour's wish list for 1st May Workers' Day. And the federal government now paying more for fuel subsidy, but many Nigerians unaware, says RFI. TCN announces full restoration of national grid. Many thanks for joining us on the radio and the TV platform. So do continue to make it a date with us every day of the week, 6 to 7 a.m. Good morning and enjoy a lovely Tuesday.